everyone, welcome to Top Motivational Doc. Today we're going to be talking about tips for setting boundaries. It is crucial to set and maintain clear personal limits for mental wellness. Healthy relationships are maintained when we have boundaries regarding what we can do and how we will be treated. Here are 6 guidelines for drawing clear boundaries. 1. Recognize that you deserve to be respected and to have boundaries just to begin with. This false notion or idea that we don't deserve them is one of the many reasons why we fail to establish or maintain those personal boundaries. There isn't a quality in you or a belief you have that makes you unworthy of just general respect and decency. Even if someone doesn't like you at all, people share the common trait of humanity. You have the right to call out rude behavior and demand that others treat you with consideration if it occurs. There is this old story or tale of a passenger who requests a seat change from the flight attendant as soon as they board the aircraft. I'm sure you've heard it. In certain instances, the person complains that their seatmate is overweight or a person of color, or they adhere to a different religious tradition than the other person does. The flight attendant acknowledges that the situation is untenable and transfers the seatmate, who's been the one who endured the complainant's ire to this point, to first class. You should be given the respect that you deserve. Number 2, understand those boundaries and principles of yours. You are not required to do anything uncomfortable for anyone. Knowing your own boundaries and beliefs will help you make wise decisions about accepting requests that have personal significance for you and establishing boundaries when others ask you to do something you don't feel comfortable doing. You need to know your beliefs. You are under no obligation to participate in a coworker child's fundraiser, complete a volunteer task, or cast a particular vote just because it matters to somebody else. How you use your time, that is up to you. Do things that are important to you. It doesn't need to make sense to other people. Number 3, be dependable. Some people might repeatedly ask you the same question until you give in to their request, since they've been trained that saying no is not an acceptable response. Stick with your position. You can educate others to respect your boundaries by being consistent, much as you can tell a youngster that you've made a decision by repeating your response when cornered. You may have to say it over and over. You can also use phrases like, "I've already stated that I'm able to meet your request," in order to reaffirm those boundaries. So please just don't ask. The fact that you're not respecting my response irritates me. Number 4, when you want to, say no. You might be the ideal candidate for a new position. Perhaps you're more skilled than others. It's possible that you'll be thought of to have the time available, even when you don't. You also might have more resources than others. All of that is actually irrelevant, though. Say no if you don't want to do something. You will increase your self-respect and passion for the pursuits you choose if you concentrate your time, effort, and resources on the things and people who matter to you. Although it's flattering to be asked, there's no requirement that you comply with a request. Number 5, be aware of your wants and needs, as well as your feelings. When our boundaries are stretched or crossed, one of the ways we overcommit is by failing to pay attention to our needs and feelings. By ignoring our feelings, we run the risk of making sadness, anxiety, or low self-worth worse. It matters how you feel and what you want out of this one life that you have. When someone asks you something or behaves inappropriately towards you, trust your instincts. Number 6, communicate firmly and plainly. Set clear expectations if you want people to respect your boundaries. You owe no justification to anyone. It is not appropriate to hound you or to mistreat you. You might say anything in response, such as, "I quit, thank you for considering me, but I'm not interested in taking on that project," or "I said no and I'm not open to discussing your request further." Speaking firmly and concisely increases the likelihood that your boundaries will be upheld. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel and don't forget to hit that thumbs up.